Hello, welcome to Enigmatic Electronics. This is going to be our first video in our Getting Started series. Today we're going to cover scavenging for parts from stuff you can find laying around. Most time when you're getting started you don't have a lot of money to go out and buy new parts, so you scavenge out of old stuff. Note, be careful when you're doing this. There could be high voltage. Capacitors can store voltage for a long time, so always be careful. Normal stuff, this is a power supply of a computer. You're going to get a lot of good pieces of wire out of this. When you open these up, they'll look something like this. A lot of capacitors, heat sinks, you get some good transistors, resistors out of here. Tons of good stuff, switches, fans. These are pretty easy to find if you go to someone that repairs computers. They usually have a lot of these that have a problem that they've thrown out. Usually a lot of good parts in here. Moving along to speakers. These are usually pretty easy to find. Once again, usually a lot of wire and not much in here but a speaker, but sometimes speakers are good. You can use these. Other common things around. This is an old multimeter. Pop this open. You notice there's mostly small stuff in here, but you're going to get an LCD screen out of here that you might can use, some switches, just various components. Here's a 9-volt battery plug. Always useful stuff in things like this. Even stuff you wouldn't expect. This is an old fan. There's a capacitor in here that might still be good. I've pre-disassembled this to show you. Here's a switch you can use, some wire. It has a pretty small power cord for use in electronics. You might get some bearings out of here, some gears, useful stuff in these. I found this digging through some old junk at a thrift store and pre-disassembled this to show you. Wooden case, good pieces of wood to use for project boxes. Motors in here, some belts. This is probably early 80s, late 70s, and you're going to find really good stuff from this era because it has big components. Also a lot of good wire in here, another cord. A lot of good knobs and switches, gauges here. There's tons of stuff. Just remember, when you're out looking, you see something like this, grab it, scrap it out, get your components out, pitch what you don't need, and you'll have a lot of good stuff to get you started. This is how me and my group got started. It's worked out good for a long time for us until we started needing actual part numbers. And I mean, it's a good way to start, but do be careful. Capacitors can store voltage. Avoid TVs would be my suggestion, and have fun. Thank you, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like this video and want to see more, and check us out on Facebook, Enigmatic Electronics. We have a group on there, and have fun with electronics.